Meet this amazing woman named Argie Ligeros, and she is 81 years old. Yes, you heard right. Exactly 81. But she is not looking for the elixir of youth, does not pursue fashionable methods, and does not try to look younger at any cost. And yet, it is her lifestyle that makes many people wonder, how can you keep so much energy, health, and interest in life at such an age? It turns out that some of her habits directly affect the rate of aging of the body, and one of them is so simple that most people ignore it every day. Let's take RJ's principles in order and see what each of us can learn from her. Be sure to watch this video to the end, because some of the principles of Argie can change your idea of youth and longevity. It will be very interesting and useful, so let's get started. One of Argie's most important habits is regular workouts, but there is an important caveat here. She doesn't practice for the sake of impressing others, not for the sake of photos, not for the sake of approval, not for the sake of comparing yourself with other people. She trains for herself. And therein lies a huge difference. When a person starts playing sports for the sake of someone else's opinion, his motivation becomes very fragile. Once the external approval disappears, the desire to practice disappears. But when training becomes a form of taking care of your own body, it becomes part of your lifestyle. That's why Argie continues to move today. Many people perceive physical activity as a temporary project. For example, lose weight by the summer or get in shape for some event. But the body works differently. Youth is preserved not by short periods of heroic effort, but by perseverance. Another important element of her lifestyle is yoga. Many people mistakenly consider yoga to be just a set of stretches. In fact, her influence is much deeper. As people age, they lose more than just their muscle mass. Joint mobility worsens, the sense of balance decreases, and the body becomes less flexible. This is what often makes a person visually older. Pay attention to older people with good posture. They almost always look younger than their age. Yoga helps to maintain the mobility of the spine, improves coordination of movements, and supports the muscular corset. But posture directly affects how others perceive us. But there is another effect that is talked about much less often. Yoga teaches you to reduce the level of internal tension. Modern man lives in a state of constant overload. Stress affects sleep, hormonal balance, immunity, and even the rate of cell aging. Calm practices help the body switch from constant anxiety mode to recovery mode. Argie's next secret seems simple, but its importance cannot be overestimated. She spends a lot of time outdoors. For a modern person, this is becoming an increasingly rare habit. Many people spend most of their day between their apartment, car, and office. At the same time, being outdoors affects the body in several ways at once. First, traffic on the street usually occurs naturally. People walk more, change their body position more often, and use their muscles more actively. Secondly, sunlight helps regulate the biological clock. When a person is regularly outside during the day, his body understands better when to stay awake and when to rest. This has a positive effect on sleep quality, and good sleep remains one of the most important factors for longevity. But perhaps Argie's most unexpected secret is not related to physical exercise at all. It concerns her attitude towards age. She doesn't see age as an enemy. Most people begin to struggle with aging long before they become old. They constantly worry about wrinkles, compare themselves to others, and fear the future. As a result, a huge amount of energy is spent on internal resistance to something that cannot be stopped completely. Argie chose a different path. She accepts her age. This does not mean giving up. This means stopping wasting energy fighting reality and focusing it on something that can really be controlled. Paradoxically, people who are comfortable with age often look younger. The reason is not only in appearance. Their movements remain more free, their gaze more lively, and their behavior more confident. Another principle of Argie is optimism. It is important to understand the meaning of this word correctly. Optimism does not mean ignoring problems or pretending that everything is perfect. True optimism is the habit of looking for opportunities even in difficult circumstances. Our brain has an amazing property. He gradually strengthens the neural connections that he uses most often. If a person concentrates only on the negative every day, the brain automatically begins to notice more and more reasons for anxiety. If a person regularly pays attention to the good moments, a completely different way of perceiving the world is formed. Argie keeps an optimistic outlook on life, not because she has never had difficulties. Rather the opposite. In a long life, everyone faces challenges. But it is the ability not to get stuck in negativity that helps to preserve inner youth. And the most important thing about Argie's story is that she doesn't rely on motivation. There is discipline in her life. She doesn't wait for inspiration and doesn't hope that one day she will wake up with a great desire to train. Argie understands the simple truth. Motivation comes and goes, and the results remain only for those who act regularly. That's why she relies not on mood, but on habit. This approach is especially important for health and longevity. Please note, there is nothing extreme here. There are no strict limits. There is no endless race for the perfect body. There is no desire to prove something to others. And that's what makes her approach so powerful. Argie's story reminds us of an important thing. Youth is not just about the skin condition or the number in the passport. Youth manifests itself in the ability to move, take an interest in life, take care of your body, and preserve your inner energy regardless of age. And if at the age of 81, a person is able to remain active, disciplined, and full of vitality, then many limitations exist, not in the body, but in our beliefs. Perhaps the most important secret of Argie's youth lies precisely in this. She does not wait for life to make her happy and healthy. Friends, what do you think of this woman? Write your opinion in the comments. If this video was useful to you, then please like it and share the link with those who might find it particularly useful. We also recommend watching this video that's currently appearing on your screen.